Everyone dreams of getting to $10,000 a month. You know, it's the magical number all online gurus preach. And to be honest with you, my life changed after making my first $10,000 in a month with my clothing brand while still being a student in college. But I'm gonna warn you real quick, going from $0 to $10,000 is gonna be way harder than going from 10 to 20 or 20 to 30. That first 10,000 with your clothing brand is always gonna be the hardest. Once you make that first 10,000, you just keep applying it again and again until you get to 100. So in this video, I'm going to show you my step-by-step framework to getting to $10,000 a month with your clothing brand. And this is the framework I used to go from 10 to 20 to 50 to 100,000 a month. Now, before we get into doing all the marketing and all this stuff, we need to talk about your mentality because this is very important. And I know you've heard plenty of people talk about this, but I'm going to tell you guys why it's so important with this. Because in this industry, you're going to go through a lot of hardships and fails. So if you're mentally not prepared to take those hardships on, it's just going to mess with you. A lot of people give up after the first 3 months with their clothing brand because they go through so many L's in the beginning and they just can't take it anymore. And you have to be strong. You know, I went through so many L's when I started my brand. I got scammed by a manufacturer. Bro, I was in debt basically. I had to refund all the orders. It's a lot that's happened in my clothing brand journey that could have easily killed it on in the beginning, but I kept pushing through because I had that mentality. I wanted to win. And the biggest issue, people are quitting after one loss. Like when you're in business, no matter the business in general, you're gonna go through losses to get to those wins. Now, the first step into making $10,000 a month with your clothing brand is having a viral product and knowing how to make a viral product. You have to understand the product creation phase is probably the most important phase in my opinion, because if your product is not good, no matter how much marketing you back it up with, it's not gonna sell. You see, you need a product that's able to sell itself. It has to be able to catch eyes. And a lot of people don't know how to make a viral product. Now, I've covered this in other videos on how to do it, but I'm just gonna go over it very briefly. With creating a viral product, you have to do a lot of research on the market. You have to see what's selling and what's not selling. Best ways to do this is you just scroll on TikTok and see what's going viral and see what products people are liking. Like if it's a certain printing style or a certain theme of product that's working, go ahead and just redo it, but make your own twist to it and make it a little different. So, you know, you're not copying them and all that, and you just have your own product, but it's still in the same style. For example, I saw puff print was blowing up at the time, and I decided, you know what, let me do a puff printed design. And it worked because I was doing something that was already trending and viral and just added my own design and twist to it. So you don't have to be 100% original with everything. You can just take inspiration from other stuff that's trending right now, because at the end of the day, it's a business. You have to give the market what the market wants. Now, a lot of people are gonna hate me, be like, oh, you're ruining the clothing industry and all this. But you have to understand it's already oversaturated for the most part. And at the end of the day, we're trying to build a business. And when you're working on the product creation, you have to also account these little things like hang tags, thank you cards, because all this stuff helps your viral product look more professional. And it also helps with your branding. I see a lot of people that are rushing their design process and their product creation because they're just so excited to get to the marketing part. But you have to really take your time with the product creation, because this is literally the foundation of everything. If your product is shit, it's not gonna perform well. But if your product is good, it's most likely to perform well. So make sure you don't rush this part, take your time with it, and actually research about the market and what's going on before you make your product. Now that you have your winning product, you've gotten it manufactured and all that, you got all the custom packaging that's going to help with your branding. Now it's time to really start marketing this. Now there's 2 phases in marketing, and a lot of you guys are trying to jump to phase 2 before you do phase 1. A lot of people are so keen to just start jumping straight into ads because they think ads print money, but in reality, you have to start with organic first. Ads don't print money, they just amplify what's already working. So if you have an organic product that's going good, basically the ads are just going to exaggerate it. So when you're marketing, you want to start with organic marketing. You want to start doing TikTok every single day, at least 1 video a day, and make sure it's a good quality post that you're actually taking the time to create, not just something you waved your camera around and just put it on the For You page. You need to actually think your content out and actually record good videos and stuff that's going to get people to engage. Like for me, one of my best strategies was showing my toes in videos. It got people to engage and react to my stuff, thus helping me get way more views and getting me way more sales in the long run. Because this whole industry is all about content. It's just who can create the best content with a good product. So make sure you're focusing on this content. You're making these TikToks every single day and getting people to react. Another good way is using TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop is taking over right now, and it's pushing out organic content like crazy. If you're doing pre-made inventory, make sure to do TikTok Shop. That's one of the best ways to help you hit that 10K a month. Once you start getting some organic growth and you actually see like, okay, people are buying it organically and this is actually working, then you can move on to scaling with ads. Now, running ads is what's going to take you from 5 to 10K a month. So some of my favorite ad strategies is running TikTok Spark ads. So if I have a TikTok video that went viral or semi-viral, I can run it as an ad with TikTok, basically just boosting it out even more. And it's already a working TikTok. It went viral, so that means it's working. So basically I just let TikTok do all the automatic targeting and I just pour money into it because it's already a viral video that's working. So yeah, 2 routes with marketing: organic to start it out and get those initial sales. Once you get those initial sales with organic, then you want to move on to the paid advertisement and start marketing marketing that way. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is customer service and all that. I know this sounds boring, but you have to understand customer service is a huge part of a brand. This separates you from being an actual business or just somebody that just sells clothes. A rule of thumb you want to go by is make sure every single month your revenue, at least 40 to 50% of your sales come from returning customers. And especially because you're running a clothing brand, you should have more returning customers than any other industry. A lot of people don't focus on customer service and it hurts them in the long run. So when you're scaling, the best way to handle this is to just hire a customer support agent off Upwork. That's what I did. I hired somebody that works in customer service off Upwork. I basically gave them the rundown on my brand and the products and how our shipping times are and everything. And they just respond to emails all day for me, leaving that stress off my plate, and I have somebody professional doing it. You have to really understand, because without your customers, you are not a business. You are just somebody that can acquire customers and lose them. Returning customers are so important, and the way you get those returning customers is by having a high quality product, customer service in place, and good shipping times. One of the most important metrics with a brand is your LTV, lifetime value of a customer. Basically saying how much they spend in their lifetime with your brand. And you want this to be as high as possible. So you need to really focus on those returning customers and how you can bring them back. Some ways you could do this is email and SMS campaigns, where you can send out campaigns once or twice a week. That's what I personally do. Constantly dropping new things so they have more stuff to buy, and just having a good brand overall. Like, your product is so good, they want to come back and buy more. They had such a good experience from the shipping to the product quality, everything. That's why I say this is what separates you from somebody that's selling clothes and running a brand. So far, this is literally my framework to getting those 6-figure months, and this should help you get to your first 10K a month. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is having a good foundation. Now, what I mean by having a good foundation is having a website that converts customers. A lot of people make the mistake with doing these very highly animated websites, and the truth is it bounces a lot of customers, and it's not worth it. You want something that's clean, simple, and will convert a customer. Now, you can focus on conversion rate optimization and hire a team for that, or you could just search up videos on how to do CRO. CRO basically meaning conversion rate optimization. This stuff is very important with a brand. Like I said, we're not trying to sell clothes, we're trying to build an actual business. So all this little stuff matters, and you have to understand how to actually apply it and do it. This is one of the biggest things that took me from my first 10K a month. I focused on the little things as well. After I had a viral product, I knew it was working, and I had my marketing down, I had to fix my other side, which was my foundation. I got a new website. I made sure my website was clean. It was very simple and easy to get to the checkout. I had all my Shopify apps like frequently bought together, which is basically a bundle app. People can bundle different hoodies and get them at a discount, which is huge. I focused on my conversion rate optimization. How can I get the best converting store possible? You got to focus on these little things to really build out a business, and focus on the customer experience as well on top of that. Basically, to just overall summarize it, to get to 10K a month, you really just need to really have a good product, focus on marketing, have your foundation, and have good customer service. It's that simple. Like, it's simple, like the framework, but what makes it hard is actually applying it and actually getting that good product made and actually getting all this stuff executed. But the actual framework itself is very simple. You just need to apply the work and actually go for it. And of course, there's other stuff like little things here and here and some other stuff I may be missing, but that's pretty much my framework that I follow every single month. I make sure everything is perfected down. So if you made it this far, I love you and I appreciate you for actually watching my videos. I know I haven't uploaded over a month, and I'm very sorry about that. I'm working on moving right now. I'm not going to say where I'm moving to yet. I'm going to drop a vlog hopefully when I do move, and you guys will see that. And for those of you who want a little more help with your clothing brand, I have a Discord that's only $68 a month. I do calls in there every single week, and we have coaches and everything. That'll also be down below. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.